Hey up folks, welcome to Hardcore Skyblock, a Minecraft adventure like nothing else. Picture this, you're on nothing but a floating island above the void, and just one tree, a bucket of water and some lava, and we have to use all of our skill and knowledge that we've gained over years of playing this game, which, spoiler alert, is absolutely nothing, in hopes of surviving for as long as possible. Can we do it? Who knows? But you're in for an adventure, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and strap yourself in for a ride. It's raining on day one within the first 2 seconds. Okay, so I think the first step is we need to get a cobblestone generator up and running, and we also want to get the trees achievement made skyblock. Yes, so what we want to do is hopefully try and get some seeds. We managed to get some seeds straight off the bat, which is absolutely fantastic. So we now have a wooden pickaxe, so now we can actually get to work on building a generator. Now, I understand that the sea pickle, from just doing a quick bit of research, is for water sources or something down the road. I'm not really sure if it's necessary to use right now. I might have to look into that. So if you're actually more adept at Minecraft than I am, feel free to leave a comment down below, because I actually don't know a great deal about this game. I just really enjoy playing it and just really wanted to share my adventures of playing it with the world. So yeah, first part of call is So the first part of call on our Skyblock world is we need to get some cobblestone. The cobblestone's going to be really handy in making a stone pickaxe. It's also going to be useful for generating some building blocks so we can expand this island and start building our design. Okay, now that we've almost got nearly a stack of cobblestone from our generator and our pickaxe is almost dead, we can actually go ahead and start making some tools so that we can begin expanding our operations. So we can go ahead and make a pickaxe, we can go ahead and make some more sticks, and we can make a hoe, just so that we can plant the seeds that we got earlier around our water source. So we can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. And then plant our seeds, and then already we have food. A seedy place is on its way. So despite not getting much done, we are actually heading to the end of our first day, but obviously we don't have a bed, so we can't actually sleep. So this means that we're just going to continue working through the night, but it's going to get a little bit dark, and I don't think you guys are going to be able to see much. And so the sun is rising on the first official day of our world, just so we can have a quick look. This is now day 0. It should be turning to day 1 very, very soon as the sun rises. And through the night, as you can tell, we just did a little bit of work. But our goal for today is we actually want to try and expand our island so that we can expand our tree farm. And it's not going to look very pretty, but I do have some ideas about what I want to actually do. So it's just going to be some more cobble genning, I think. So we're going to go ahead and make another cobble pickaxe. And then what we're going to do is we need to build a platform about 25 blocks away in order for mobs to spawn, so that we can actually start farming some spiders and some zombies, which may drop iron ingots. So it's always worth trying to work on expanding that first. So we're going to do a little bit more cobble gen, and we'll be right back. We finally have a tree. I've literally just been sat around waiting for this tree to grow, and I didn't realize that the leaf actually set on fire just before I started recording. So I really do think I need to get these trees away from our cobblestone generator. So that's definitely something that we're going to do. But I'm so happy because now we can actually start making a little bit more progress, because what I want to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and dig this up right now, because I'm actually really scared if I leave this. And then we'll put down all of these like this. And then where's our oak sapling? Put you up there. And we are closing in on the first day. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and get this bridge built and get a small platform built. And then what I think we're going to do is we're going to build a fence so that mobs can't actually come back and attack us, so that we actually have a safe space. So what we're going to do is we're just going to build a 2-block wide base, like bridge like this, and then we're going to build it out about 20 odd blocks before nightfall, hopefully, and we'll build a small platform. So let's just go ahead and make some fences real quickly, just so we have a way of surviving. And then we want to get some more sticks. And then I think, is it 2 sticks in the middle? And then, no, that's the fence. It's more sticks, isn't it? It's 4 sticks. And then 2 oak planks in the middle for a gate, just so we have a way of getting through. So yeah, let's get on with it. We don't have a lot of time. So the sun is setting very quickly, and I also realized that I didn't actually make enough actual fences, so we're just going to make them. We also got an apple from the tree, which is absolutely fantastic news, because we really need some food in order to survive the oncoming onslaught. So there's another fence. Then we're also going to make a stone sword really quickly, just so we can actually start fighting these mobs. So let's go ahead and place down another gate right here, open it up so we can get through, and then place down you like that, so that we have this like cool little thing going on. Let's just make 2 more and it looks like we've had our first mob spawn, and unfortunately it is a creeper, but we're going to go and try and kill him anyway, because the gunpowder is always helpful down the line, I imagine. So let's just hit him once, hit him twice. Oh, I've never heard that punching sound before. Now, we didn't get any drops, but we have managed to get a nice little amount of XP. And just like that, we have a spider that spawned. Now, spiders are actually really, really, really good, because they're going to drop string, which is going to allow us to build a bed so that we can actually skip night times. Although that spider was proving to be a lot more difficult than I anticipated. 3 more creepers have spawned. Let's see if we can kill them off. I don't know if we're going to be able to, but I would like to try this new contraption that I've built. And the creeper blew it up. That's not how I anticipated that going, guys. Luckily, we didn't lose our fence, but we did gain absolutely 2 gunpowder out of it. So let's go and see if we can kill this 3rd creeper. We now actually have a zombie that spawned. There is another spider, but there's also a skeleton. Now, skeletons are actually probably the scariest mob at the moment because of the knockback on the bow. And I don't really want to fall off the island and end the series too early. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just leave Jeffrey be for now. So now we can actually go ahead and expand this farm a little bit. And hopefully start getting some more wheat growing. So there's more farmland. Post that down there. Let's dig this up. I'm going to keep this chest here. This chest is going to become our like official kind of centerpiece of the island, and I've kind of got an idea of what I want to do for the island. I want to do something a little bit different than usual in terms of design. So I think I'm going to create like a crescent moon-shaped island and kind of go for this like lunar like awesome vibe. I think that's kind of what I want to do. It's really going to test our building skills. I was going to just do like a bunch of circles, but I feel like that's like the most cliche thing to do in these kind of worlds. So I want to do something a little bit different. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I've temporarily disabled the shaders and turned up render distance just so I can show you guys everything that's going on. As you can see, we've got all these different islands like mangrove, dark oak, and all the forest biomes and things. So one of our other jobs in this world in the next couple of days is going to be to dig out to those islands, build out to those islands and just explore them all and maybe connect them all by like an outer bridge. So we'll have like this big giant walk around circle with a moon in the middle. I think that's going to be so cool. But yeah, so we can actually just continue to keep working. But that's definitely something close on the agenda. But I really need to get some food because I'm really worried about the mob spawning at the end of this next day, which you can see I've actually had an idea about what I want to do. I want to actually start building a mob farm straight away so that we can actually farm these mobs, but of course it's not going to be easy because we're going to need a lot of cobble, which means a lot more generating, which isn't fun for YouTube audiences. It's very boring to watch, so we are going to be doing the mundane jobs in a time-lapse fashion. Hope you guys understand, but let's continue. Whilst we're doing the jobs, I also thought I'd quickly make some charcoal just so we can actually make some torches, just to prevent any spawns in case we want to go and walk away or build away. It's going to prevent any spawns happening on our main island, and it's just a great way of keeping everywhere lit up so that I can actually continue to film and show you guys what's going on during the night time. Just killed another spider, which should mean we can officially make our first piece of wool. I accidentally hit the wandering trader, and now the alpaca won't stop spitting at me. I don't know what to do. I mean, I actually think if I do that so that I can't physically strafe off the platform, so then all I need to do is just go like this. There we go, we finally killed him. This is good because this means we can actually now uncover all of this and we can actually get all of this cobble back. And I do know that there is another, I can't tell if that's a llama, but we have got some leather, which is fantastic because that means we can actually make a book, or we can use it to make a pedestal for the villager trading when that comes around, if that ever does come around. Because at the moment, things are very slow. I mean, we've been playing for almost an hour and we've made hardly any progress. But now that it's now that we've actually managed to kill off that llama, I'm not actually too worried. So we can go ahead and dig this up. So we got to work building the lunar-shaped island for our Skyblock base, and it went absolutely better than I could have ever anticipated. I was super proud of the way that this island turned out. I do wish I had built it a bit bigger, but it leaves us some scope in the future to expand and build another one that's even bigger if we ever want a bigger base. But for now, I couldn't be happier with the result. We can actually make our very first piece of bread now, as we've actually just had our third piece of wheat grown and we've got 3 more seeds. So we can actually go ahead and expand this farm just a little bit more. So what we're going to do is we're just going to place down these blocks here and then use our trusty little hoe, and then we're going to place down more seeds, and there we are. So now we can actually go ahead, eat this bread, and that will give us much more much more hunger. Now, it is closing in on the next day, and we are still in the middle of doing the time lapse, but I took this quick break just because obviously I knew there was a few bits that needed doing, and we were having these trees that were growing, so we need to come and harvest them so that we can just get enough wood, because we are going to be using some wood to sort of build some buildings, and I also want to go get some dark oak. But before it actually turns daytime, one of the jobs I actually wanted to do was light up this platform underneath over here to stop any spawns from skeletons and zombies and such. And what I wanted to quickly do was use the remaining cobblestone to attempt to make the platform a little bit bigger. Now, we are unfortunately through the night going to have to spend the whole night in front of the cobblestone generator. I'm really trying not to spend too much time in front of the cobblestone generator, but there's only so much sitting around you can do before you actually have to accept the truth that you will need to go ahead and do a bit of work. So I'm going to go ahead and expand this platform in the hopes that some mobs will spawn. And I am a little bit worried about mobs spawning over on our new platform that we're in the middle of building. But, you know, there's not much we can do as we don't have a great deal. In fact, I think that's one thing that we will do through the night whilst we're standing at the cobblestone generator is we will actually go ahead and we've got a bunch of apples here, which is fantastic. We can go ahead and... Did we actually get any more saplings, or is it just sticks? Aha, sapling. Okay, so saplings seem to be dropping a little bit less. But what we can do is we can actually go ahead and bake some oak planks and try and get a couple of bits of charcoal so that we can get more torches. It's going to help light up this island, stop mobs spawning, and it's just good to have some charcoal for the furnace when we can start getting some ores and things. I don't know if we actually will be able to get ores in this skyblock, as I've never played it before. But anyway, moving on. There's a lot of mobs on the platform that are about to burn. I'm thinking I might be able to get in there and just snag some loot. But I don't want to die to skeletons, so I'm hoping they can kill each other off without... oh, okay, they do a lot of damage. Run! I didn't really want to have to use my apples, but... now we can just run in and collect our loot, which should be a little bit. To kill the spider. Oh, the creeper destroyed the string, of course. There we go. We have some arrows now, though, which means we can make a bow. If we want to use 3 string, although I think a bed is probably a bigger priority at the moment. But let's finish off this island. So we've now finished the island, guys. It is currently day 8 of our Skyblock world, and we have finished our small lunar island. It's much smaller than I actually anticipated, but it should be big enough to include what we want. We're going to get a couple of farms on here. We're going to get some trees growing on here. We're going to get like a little furnace area going. And it's going to prove a very small but significant piece of a larger puzzle. This will be our central base where we will have nice cozy things. I'm going to put some like bushes in here, and I'm going to really decorate it nicely in the long run, but obviously it just serves as a very basic base right now. So what we can actually do is we can turn our attention to getting some more mob spawns working over in here, because I've actually realized that mobs have actually stopped spawning. So we are going to have to continue doing a bit more genning of cobbles so that we can get some more building blocks for that platform. And then what we actually need to do is we actually need to figure out how we're going to clone the water block, because we're going to need some more water, because I'd like to move the cobble gen onto our new island so that I can get rid of this island completely. But we're also going to need to have our farm up and running. So right now I'm kind of just trying to create like as much of a backlog as possible of bread and wheat and different things so that we can actually keep growing some wheat, and so that we can actually tear this down and know that we have enough food to last a fair amount of time. But at the moment we seem to be eating it just as fast as we can produce it, or at least we're starting to get a little bit more of a backlog. So we're going to carry on getting some cobble for our little spawn area. And then I think what we'll have to do, what I'll do is I'll get the very first layer built. Then we'll actually look at adventuring out to all the different islands and doing something that's just going to give us a bit of a change of pace, because there's only so much cobble genning that one man can do before he starts to lose his sanity. And I think I'm actually slowly hitting that point. So, moving on. Well, getting a bed actually just became a lot more important as phantoms have started to spawn. So I'm actually just going to AFK and cheat a little bit just so that we can actually just stay safe. And I think I can probably... can I continue to... yep, I can continue to use the gen undisrupted. It's not really my idea of playing the game in the way that it's intended. But unfortunately, I really don't feel like it's going to be a wise move to try and do this, especially through the night. And tell you what I need to do is I need to leave this open so that I can actually see when it turns day. Otherwise, we're going to be a bit stuck. So let's move on, shall we? Let's just put this down there, then we can actually see. So let's get to work.